Hello, everyone. I wanted to welcome you. This is the beginning of week 5. And I just wanted to check in and recap now that you have your Exam 1 scores back. We have your Discussion 2 posting from last night. And now as we move forward through week 5 and 6. And I am adding a bonus discussion posting for this weekend on Chapter 7. The Presidency, and also on the Most Racial reading by Michael Tesler. This will be a bonus question discussion posting, so it is not required, but I think that you'll see it will be very beneficial to engage in a discussion with your peers and also to add to your point total. So I'll be posting that up towards the latter part of this week as we move through the readings. But now, as we move from the concepts of federalism to we move through how Congress is entailed and its development, the compromises that led to this bicameral legislature, and how this lawmaking branch functions. We now move into the presidency and the power of the presidency. So on that note, I've also uploaded a couple of videos detailing one of the power to pardon, which made news, and I sent out a story on that earlier. Specifically on the case of Joe Arpaio, I've uploaded a sort of a comedic take, but pretty in-depth by John Oliver. So that's up now, right after the Emma Goldman take on her conception of patriotism. So as we move through, I just want to reiterate, there will be a discussion posting posted up by the latter part of the weekend. And then your assigned discussion post at the end of week 7 will be following. But now I also want us to take advantage of this time to really get to work on our research paper. So if you have questions of that, just send me an email, stop by my office hour. You can do virtual office hour or whatever you prefer. For my face-to-face classes, we do a session in the library, which you're also welcome to join us on any of those, or you can set up a one-on-one with one of our librarians to walk you through the acquisition of academic sources, and therefore on how to move forward on it. So the power of the presidency, as we're moving through this chapter, just to lay out where we're going, is pretty straightforward in many aspects, but in some dimensions some of the powers are left to your interpretation. We have the current dilemma over maybe some of the critiques happening in society of the overextension of the presidential pardon, but it is a power that exists in the Constitution for the president. But that is something that we're grappling with. So as you move through the demographic makeup of our presidencies, the amount of money that is being spent, we know now because of the Supreme Court ruling and the Citizens United versus Federal Election Commission of 2010. There can be unlimited amounts of money into political campaigns. And here you have lots of information on this and the power. I'm just going to go through this as you're reading through. Please use the PowerPoints as tools to really help you to focus on the importance of certain concepts and the definition of concepts. And I just want to pause here to really rethink as we're moving towards this bonus discussion post on meeting the requirements of what constitutes say a 10-point, achieving 10 full points on a discussion posting. Well, one, you want to meet the minimum word requirements, and I've laid that out as 250. 2, you want to illustrate that you understand the concept, and I don't mean copying and pasting some of the terms and applying it, just throwing it in the box. I really want to see you thinking through these processes in your own words. And some of you will note some of the commentary I made on your exams. I want to know what you're thinking, not taking it from verbatim from other sources. I want to see how you are dissecting what is in the text, how you are analyzing that. Okay, so this is why we go through this textbook and really trying to make sense of some of these, what may seem as mechanistic concepts of how the branches of government check and balance each other. But what we're doing is adding that secondary element of how to analyze it in order to understand it. We have the executive branch organization as we move. And here is a table from on this slide on 7.2 on different offices that were created under the presidencies, specific presidencies. So from this point, I want to also, this is not mandatory, and I will not be crafting specific questions after we move through the presidency and we move into Michael Tesler's short introduction to a very provocative and influential book that was published last year on Obama's presidency as heavily being racialized. But this is just simply the introduction, so there are some key concepts like racialization. You have the definition of that on your key concept list. Also, what is the spillover of racialization, which really illustrates the fact how the ways that President Obama himself was racialized actually affected any policy that he introduced or that was even tied to him. So it's a very intriguing look at how race really affected policy or even the potential policy making process. And so that's the essence of what I will be taking this discussion post, this bonus discussion posting from that chapter 7 and Michael Tesler's take on the presidency. But as we move forward, I just want us to also take this time, because we don't have a discussion after this bonus one, not until October 1st, also to try to get your community participation report done. So there are events here on campus. This week I sent some information on that out, but you could find anything that is available to you in wherever you are located. So again, I will be checking in towards the end of the week, but please reach me at any time via email is the best way. We can set up a virtual office hour or just come right on in to my office. All right, see you later.